dear viewers, to my thoughts on the Mario Party series. This short introduction is basically a small summary to my thoughts on each of the games in the series, with the tier list to follow, and much more in-depth discussion. However, you aren't here for that right now. You are here to receive a much more entertaining view on this series, so let's dive right in. The first game in the series is really Nintendo experimenting on game mechanics to see what stuck, creating a very beautiful mess. The sequel came out and really narrowed down the gameplay to what we have come to know and love about this series. But then Hudson Soft cleared the desk, started from scratch, new minigames, new board mechanics, and items galore. They then decided to do Mario Party 3 again, but worse. And since no one liked the boards in 4, Hudson said, stuff it, here's 7 blank canvases, go build your own board. If Mario Party Maker were a thing, this wouldn't be too far off. They then went back to one of the great boards of all time, Horrorland, and turned that one board into an entire game with daytime and nighttime mechanics, plus new mechanics on each board. But for some reason, 4 people was just not enough. Let's make it 8. Some other series then later copied this idea. Speaking of 8, Mario Party 8 brought it back to 4 players, but now we have motion controls and MC Ballyhoo. Clear the table once again, as we have a new developer causing controversy because of
9 games it took them to jump the shark with this f***ing car! 8 out of 10 is better than the metascore of any game with the
And then there's Mario Party 10. If you ever see a copy of this game, please destroy it. Time to plow through the handhelds next. If you like the idea of WarioWare, the board game, then you might like Advance. Mario Party DS with normal Mario Party is both popular and not so popular because of being the highest scoring Mario Party game ever. All the 3DS titles are a minigame collection. I refuse to believe any boards do exist on these games. Switch titles last. Don't waste your time on these two. Play this. Thank you very much for watching this intro. Enjoy the tier list.
Hello everyone and welcome to another tier list, where today we're going to be ranking every single Mario Party game ever released. Now, I am a very much expert on this series, probably like more than most, because I play these games so often. Mario Party is one of my most favourite games ever, not gonna lie. I love playing board games, and the fact I can play one that's on a screen, that's even better, and it's super fun, and the minigames are always great, so I honestly have much love for this series. Unfortunately, some of the games are way worse than others, that's why we're doing this tier list today. But of course, yeah, and I'll be giving my good opinion of what these games are, and honestly, you know, whatever, like that intro, look, I was honestly just, look, some things I said in that intro, fair, a lot of things I said in that intro, just me trying to be funny. Alright, trust me, I wasn't trying to be super serious at all. So yeah. Alright. Although, you know, you can sort of base where things are going to be placed on this thing based on the intro, I guess. So, whatever. You can sort of try and have a rough guess on where I'm going to be putting things here, as my opinion. But of course, everyone's going to have their own opinion. This is such a subjective list. Everyone's, definitely, like, I see people ranking all these games. Like, I've seen videos of people ranking all these games, like, you know, especially, like, I actually I haven't watched a lot of YouTubers who rank these games because I'm always worried of what it's going to be. I do not like to because I know that whatever it's going to be, I'm not going to be happy with, and that's probably the same case with you. Whatever I rank here, you're probably not going to be happy with, and that's just how subjective these games are. A lot of people like some more than others. Some people want to say, like, you know, give that game a fair chance, you know. But I think the opinions I'm going to have on these games, and again, I've played all these pretty religiously. I honestly spent, honestly, you're looking at thousands of hours, maybe to 1,000 hours spending on Mario Party. Like, honestly, I haven't. It's just how much I play these games, mostly by myself. have played, I think, at least every single one with a friend or two. So yeah, this will be very interesting. I'm just to have a go here. Alright, but let's mucking around. Let's start off with the one that started it all, and I'm just going to put everything in there. So we got super fun, a great time, basic but good, could have been better, or warning, do not play. I'll give you one guess what goes there. Let's start with my party. Honestly, in my intro, literally hitting the nail on the head. I honestly think this game was such an experiment. It feels like an experiment. It feels like it was just, let's just throw a whole, let's just try something new. It was honestly Nintendo's first attempt at trying to do Mario on a board game, and it wasn't, it's not bad. I still like it. Of course, there is some weird mechanics, there's special dice blocks. I think there's 4 of them. So you have your normal dice block, then you have speed dice block, which is 8, 9, and 10. Slow dice block is 1, 2, 3. Then you have money dice block, which whatever you roll you'll get money for, and then minus dice block, whichever you roll you lose money for, and then the warp block. And these all just appear at random. You don't have any control on when you're getting these, and so at least later on, so there's literally no items in this game except for the random dice that sometimes appear. So the fact this game has no items really does hurt it, and I have to admit that. But apart from that, and even the minigames are weird, because most of the minigames are just coin collecting. Because honestly, most of them are, and even if some are shown to be green as a name, showing they are more coin collecting, but honestly, most of them are just, collect as many coins as you can in the minigame, and whatever you get, you keep. And unfortunately, there's also minigames where you can lose coins, and that actually counts toward the minigame stuff. So I've seen people actually, you go to the results, and your coins collected in minigames is actually negative, in the negative. So it's the only game that you can actually lose coins in a minigame, and I'm sort of glad they took it away. But it was kind of what made it interesting, and definitely a hard game, I suppose, in that case. So yeah. No, if you're new to it, yeah, you're probably going to suffer a little bit, because the game is very harsh on newcomers. I think it's good for if you've played it a lot, bad if you haven't. So yeah, in the end day, probably I'm going to leave it where it is, basic but good. Yeah, because in the end of the day, it is a very basic game, but it has a lot of mechanics that end up throwing out. A lot of the boards are different. I think there is a couple of, I think there's one, yeah, there's 2 boards exactly the same, because you have Mario's Rainbow Castle and Yoshi's Island, which you have the board, the star switching between Toad and Bowser, and then you have, Peach's Birthday Cake where the star's only in the middle, and then you have to somehow make your way there. Otherwise you don't get a star. It's a very low scoring board. It's actually one where you can actually steal stars as well, I remember that. So yeah, a lot of the boards are different, and I think that's also why I like this game, because all the boards feel very unique, especially Eternal Star, where there's actually 7 stars on the board at once, and you have to face off mini Bowser in a dice off, which is weird. So yeah, it's a weird mechanics. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, and even the basic boards, they have this mechanic where as soon as you get a star, the star space will replace with a chance time space. So that's even more crazy. So yeah, as I said, a lot of mechanics in here, and then basically we go to Mario Party 2, where they just basic things down. They tone things down a little bit, and made, all the boards, how you get stars is always the same. You always pay 20 coins, it will move to another space. That is now always the same. So yeah, a little bit bummer, because I actually really like the different mechanics, and I'm glad they bring them back in 6, 7, 8, but we'll get to that. So yeah, Mario Party 2 is really good. I mean, a lot of minigames come from, all the best minigames from this game are put into Mario Party 2, plus some more. So that's also really good. And I don't really know. It's true. I mean, you can see Mario's wearing a cowboy hat, so every single, actually, probably one of the best things about this game, and it's unique to every other game, is the costume. All the characters are costumed on the board, so it's always amazing. So they're all dressed up as cowboys in Western Land, all dressed up as pirates in Pirate Land, explorers in Mystery Land, space cadets and astronauts in Spaceland, and I don't know what the other board is. Oh, Horrorland, all dressed up as wizards. Yeah, so that's amazing. Oh, but all the mechanics on the boards are good. I'm not gonna lie. So even though you get the stars exactly the same, like the amount of mechanics on Horrorland is stupid. Like how much effort they put into one board compared to all the boards in this game is kind of dumb. But I think they have put a lot of effort into the boards and making them still feel different, even though the way you get stars is the same. So definitely a great time. I don't think it's the best, because honestly, I'm going to say right now, I think Mario Party 3 is better. Mario Party 3 is, for me, I've always been an S tier. I've just loved it, and I think just because all the mini games are different. I think just because the copy paste thing with Mario Party 2, that sort of brings it down a little bit for me, because I don't like how some of the mini games are copied. But even though I know they were the best ones, they preserved the best ones and they made them better in Mario Party 2. I get that. So credit's due. But Mario Party 3, I like the fact that all the mini games are new, and I love most of the mini games, if not all the mini games in 3. I love the boards are, once again, feel really different, and then how many items there are, how many new board spaces there are, how many even though there's not too many unique boards. Oh, first of all, Waluigi Island is insane, and I love the desert one where there's actually a fake star on the board, and I love having to create routes where I actually try to create a route where you actually can collect both of them at once. So, I think that's the good thing about Mario Party 3 with the boards. There's a lot of different routes you can take. So you split off really fast in this game because of how many routes there are, and I think that's really what makes it cool. Then again, I suppose you can say the same thing about all the other games anyway. So whatever. Alright, so yeah, not much more I need to say about Mario Party 3. It's pretty good overall, really like it. That's my favourite. I think, adding, well, what else did I add? Well, I added a game guy. That was not a great addition, I suppose. That kind of made things a little bit too hectic. But I think a lot of the items are some of the best in the series on this game, especially the reverse mushroom. Can I just say how overpowered reverse mushroom is and how much fun that is? I've even seen, the AI are also really smart in this game. I've seen the AI use reverse mushroom in just as good a ways as you see a human player use them. So that's actually kind of cool. But yeah, honestly, I think that apart from some AI dueling for 1 coin, that's probably the only thing. Actually, might say another good thing about Mario Party 2. Like how in Mario Party 2, the minimum you could bet in a duel was 10 coins. You had to, if you're going to duel a player, had to be 10 coins at very least. And that should have been the case for every single Mario Party game, which I don't understand, because dueling for why are you allowed to duel for 1 coin? I just don't get it. Duels should always be 10 coins minimum, and I think that's great. Oh, I suppose DS did the same thing though. So, that's sort of what bothers me with dueling. And I agree. Oh yeah, true. In Mario Party 3, speaking of duels, Mario Party 3 had duel boards on the side, which is kind of cool. But at the end of the day, it actually caused, and here we go. Here comes Mario Party 4. It actually caused Mario Party 4 to have no duel mini games, and I think they overdid it with the duel system in this game. That they just canned it. Maybe people didn't like it. I don't know. Maybe at the time, no one liked the duel system. And I guess fair, but they end up bringing it back for 5, which is also amazing. But yeah, not sure why, but nonetheless. Alright, so then Mario Party 4. Biggest problem, again, it's basic. It's too basic. It's honestly, you don't even get I hate how when you land on items, like, at least in this game, there was item minigames. Here there's no item minigames. They took away the item minigames. They took away something else. I don't know what it was. Boo's still, I think Boo's still on the board. Well, I don't know. Look, My Party 4 is basically, the boards are super big, but that's because you get a lot of mushrooms. You get a lot of mushrooms. The whole base mechanic of My Party 4 is mushrooms. If you're big, then you can pound people, but you won't be able to interact with any board events. If you're small, then you can interact with everything on the board. And if you're normal size, then you can't interact with what you can interact with small, but you know. So as much as that's an okay mechanic, I just don't think. I just find the boards still too big, and also I think the game's very low scoring, and overall I just think it's too basic. Yeah, so I think the board play is a little bit just sometimes a snooze fest. Not gonna lie, I just don't think there's enough interesting mechanics in the boards themselves, apart from the mechanic of, yeah, you turn big, go small, blah blah blah, and probably apart from Grimmy's Greedy Garter, where you have the board sectioned into 4 areas, similar to Mystery Land. There's not, I don't think the boards actually are that great, because it just takes too long to get around them, which isn't great. And yeah, you don't even, like, sometimes you'll go through a game, you won't even see hardly any, like, sometimes you won't even see, you won't even be able to experience all of the board in one game, probably, because they're that big. So yeah, and I know a lot of instead of the Cooper Bank, they actually added the lottery system, which is way worse. Can I say? The Cooper Bank was a great mechanic, and then they put the lottery system in 4, which, you know, sort of just sucks. Apart from the lottery ticket game, that's alright, because at least then, you know, same odds all the time. But I hate the lottery game where you just pick a ball, because honestly, it's just, if the game wants you to win, then you'll win. Oh dear. So yeah. My Party 5 for me is pretty good. Definitely pretty good. I love the build your own board mechanic. I love that. Even if, again, same problem with My Party 4, all the boards are virtually the same. There's not too much variety with the game, except just the game itself is amazing. Except for, you never know what you're going to get on every board, because it's build your own board. So the way the items work is you can actually throw them onto the board, and it creates a space. So you can literally, like, say, if you got a Cooper Bank, you can put it anywhere on the board. If you've got a chain shop which acts as a boot, you can put it anywhere on the board. It's incredible, really. So, and if you've got a chance time space, you can put that anywhere on the board. You can, of course, use them on yourself, but I always prefer to throw them, because it makes the game way more fun. So yeah, I know I very rarely will use an orb myself, unless it's a mushroom, probably, because I like to get around quick. But yeah, apart from that, I very rarely ever use an orb myself. So yeah. Apart from that, Bowser has the best fast 5 turns events in the game. There's one where red and blue spaces will be worth times3. Yes, times3. 9 coins for blue space and -9 for red space. So that's something crazy. All red spaces become Bowser spaces is a crazy one. Every single space becomes an event. So basically, Bowser throws random orbs on every single space in the whole board, and it's amazing. Oh my god! Those are the last 5 turns, like some of the craziest you've ever seen, and I honestly, you never know who's going to win, because honestly, someone could land on. There's more chance time spaces than more chain chomp spaces than there's heaps of stuff. It's crazy. And then of course, then there's 5-star spaces at once, which is basically makes it like Eternal Star for My Party 1. Where there's 5-star spaces at once. It's crazy, but unfortunately, if you have a lot of money, then, well, look, if you're in last place and you have a lot of money, that's your time to come back, because you can buy like 2 to 3 stars a turn. So it's crazy. I think that was all the mechanics on that one, but oh my gosh, all 4 of those events are amazing, they're great, and Bowser's Bowser does a lot of different stuff, but Bowser's always great. Any Mario Party game, he's great, so it's fine. Alright, then Mario Party 6, alright, putting you above Mario Party 3 actually, because this is my favourite Mario Party game, without a doubt, just because the day-night mechanic, amazing. Not gonna lie, absolutely incredible. Like honestly, Horrorland is easily my favorite board in Mario Party 2, and so the fact they make it an entire game are unbelievable. And also, this is where they now introduce new mechanics on every board, and completely new ways of getting stars on every single board. Except, even though the first 2 boards are the same, you go to the star space, buy 20 and get a star for 20 coins, or find the star space, get it right for 20 coins. Although I think there's a big difference between Egad's Garage and Treetops, because Egad's Garage, you can get so many orbs, it's ridiculous. You can get so many orbs. They still kept the mechanic from 5 where you can throw an orb onto a space and it'll become, but it won't no longer hurt you. It actually will just play for you. So yeah, they changed it back to sort of normal items, but they also gave you traps instead. So that's sort of a mechanic that has been now repeated for a lot of these games. But yeah. What else can I say about Mario 6? So we have the star stealing board, which I love the star stealing board in this game. It's the first time they introduced it, and it's amazing. I think it's the best in this game. Maybe Mario Party 8 is good, but this game is done it the best, where you have to hire a chain chomp to steal stars off your opponent, which is amazing because at night time they are cheaper and the middle of the board is closed off, so it's literally at night time it's unleashed. The chain chomp's unleashed and everyone dies, and it's amazing. And then you have Castaway Bay, which is literally Mario's Rainbow Castle redone, a little bit better, but not too much better. So that's a little bit disappointing, that board. And then what's the 4th board on the game? I usually forgot. Give me a second. I'll come back and I'll think about it. Okay, 4th board. It's Fair Square. Honestly, Fair Square, amazing board. Oh my gosh. Okay, so the stars are only located in the middle, but you can buy up to 5 stars at once. And it's insane. So it's literally about collecting money, and the star price will change every night time, which is also crazy. So stars can be literally 5 coins. I think stars can be 5 coins in Mario Party 6, where you can buy up to 5 at once, 5 for 25 coins, which is insane. So probably one of the best boards in the game, I would say, but they're all really, really good. And then your last one is Clockwork Castle, which is another amazing board, where you have Bowser chasing you at night and you have to chase after DK in the day. Because DK will be the one that buys stars, and if you get caught by Bowser at night, then you lose a star. So it's unreal. So yeah, again, 6, the boards are insanely good. Oh, but then there's Mario Party 7, and I think this is just a second place to here, only because, again, every board is different, except for, every board is different. Oh no, except, it's the first and last board. So the Bowser board and the first board are actually the same mechanic of run around, collect 20 coins to get a star. And I think the Bowser board is a very, very small board, so it's way more high scoring. It's probably one of the most high scoring boards in Mario Party at this stage. In saying that, there's 8-player mode. Yes, there is 8-player mode, and it's the only mode I ever play on this game, because honestly, I can control 2 people. It's not even that hard to do. Because you control 2 people, 1 controller. But what you're supposed to do is you have to have 1 person sitting on the left of the controller and 1 person sitting on the right side of the controller. And they control, so basically you can, some left side of the controller controls 1 person and right side of the controller controls another. So it's not very hard to control 2 people with 1 controller actually. So honestly, I just control a team of 2 normally. But it's amazing because they both members roll at the same time. They roll 1 to 5 dice blocks, so the minimum you can roll is 2, and even if you get 2, you get money for it because you got the same number, 1 and 1. So, you know, so it's like rolling 2 dice at once, which is amazing. Except it's only 1 to 5, not 1 to 6. But you know what I mean. Yeah, and then the 8-player minigames are great. And honestly, I think most of the board events is actually required. Like most of the board events become an advantage to you when you're playing 8-player mode. I think most of the events that you can get on the board are actually catered to having you as a 2-player team, or actually you're catered to 8-player. So the game actually is more centered around 8-player mode than anything. You can play with just 4 people, but why would you want to? Honestly, why would you want to? There's no point. It's literally pointless. You might as well just play 8-player mode, control 2 people, and off you go. And it's amazing, and it's fun, and I love it, and it's one of the best things. Honestly, this was my favorite Mario Party, but then I realized that 6 added the most. And 6 is just really, really good overall. So yeah, these 2 are definitely my favorite, no doubt. Yeah, and if you haven't played it, if you have Mario Party 7, haven't tried 8-player mode, please do it. It is the way better option to play that game with as 8-player than it is with just 4. So yes, please do that. All right, then we got Mario Party 8. Which, great time. Again, I'm not going to put it super high. It's not, well, I would put it probably better than 2. Not super high. I actually really like this one again because, you know, again, different board mechanics. Every board is different. I think Mario Party 7 was like the first one to do. You have to first one to add a linear board where it's just you climbing up the mountain to get a star, and then there's also the board Neon Heights with the 3 chests added. DS did the same thing, and so Mario Party 8 also did Goomba's Booty Boardwalk, which is the same as the mountain stage in 7. And then it did a Star Steel stage, some of the 6 for the chain jumps, and then I forgot what the other one was. Oh no, that was maybe it. Or was that it? I think that was it, that's fine. I don't know. Oh, and Windmillville, of course. Yes, this is the property one, of course. This is the... And honestly, I'm so... Like, both of them are good. I think the property levels, like Cooper's Tycoon Town and Windmillville, are both good. And honestly, I never win Windmillville. Honestly, never do. But because the AI is super smart in this game with Windmillville, and unfortunately, the AI are very dumb here in Mario Party 8. Because they just put all the coins, they just put all their money in. They get to a hotel, they put all their money in. Here they actually conserve it, and I actually have no idea how the AI work in this game. They sometimes put a lot in, they sometimes don't, they sometimes will, and then they seem to just do a power play at the end where they just win. So AI was some of the smartest I've ever seen, probably on Windmillville. I've never, like... Yeah, you play Windmillville with the AI on this game, good luck winning, because I can't. I honestly am a struggle. So, yeah. At least Cooper's Tycoon Town, way easier, AI is stupid. So, yeah. At least that's something. But anyway. Overall, yeah, Mario Party 8, very, very good. I love motion controls. Can I actually say this now? I actually love motion control minigames, and honestly, the Wii Remote's one of my favourite controllers of all time, in general. I don't honestly much prefer playing with motion controls on some games on the Wii than just with a controller. So I know a lot of people who criticise this game for having too much motion control stuff, and I get it. Even the minigame menu is, you have to use the motion controllers to actually navigate it, which is kind of stupid, I guess. But, yeah. So what brings this game down for me? I don't know. I mean, in the end of the day, I guess because we're just repeating stuff here at this point. I don't know. I mean, look, it's still really good, and I guess I could put it up as super fun. It's either high great time or super fun. A low super fun. I don't know. I guess it's like, here's the thing, it's very similar to 7, it just hasn't, it's basically 7 and 6 without the daytime or 8-player mechanic, and add motion controls, add MC Ballyhoo. There you go. MC Ballyhoo is amazing as well. So, yeah, there's no really special mechanic in Mario Party 8 except for the motion controls. That's pretty much it. So yeah, I don't know if that makes it amazing or not, but yeah. No, I think because of that. I think because of this, it's not that special. Like, in the end of the day, My Party 3 for me is just my favorite N64 one. This is still not. I still have a great time because I think it's missing something. I think it's missing something apart from the motion controls. I think it's missing something else that can make it its own. And then look, some people don't like motion controls, and I get that. So I think that's why I don't want to be too biased. So you know. All right, time for the most interesting one now. The car, the effing car. I can't believe Choco Conroy did that. Shout out to the Runaway guys. They just started doing a Let's Play on this series at the time I'm recording this. They're just bringing out their videos now. They obviously recorded an extra cover, you know what I mean. They just started uploading videos on this game, and oh my gosh, honestly, I really love this game, and I don't know where to put it really. Honestly, it's just super hard. Because I'm a sucker for motion control minigames. I love the minigames in this series. Probably some of the most fun I've ever had in any of these games. So for that reason, I probably will put it up there with basic but good. High, basic but good. But of course, yeah, you can't really... Like, the old style, definitely better than... Like, the old style is pretty good. Like, the old style is still better than, obviously, the car mechanic. I'm not going to say the car mechanic is perfect. It obviously isn't, because the games are way too short, and that's definitely a bummer. And playing with friends can sometimes lead to A, good results, or B, really bad results. And, you know, I've had games where it's just... some things just go a little bit... Well, I don't know. Like, I had a game once where... Here's a funny thing. I actually had a game once on Blooper Beach, and probably one of the worst boards on the game, where we just got stuck in this loop where we kept... Like, there's like these lucky spaces at the end of the board where you just go off to another island, and then we honestly kept coming back off the island, back there again, and it's like a Gilligan's Island kind of thing. Every time we try to jump off it, we go back again. So it was ridiculous, and I think we spent at least half an hour of that board just doing that. So it was crazy. But apart from some stupid events on boards, Bowser's amazing. And look, dialogue's great. I honestly, can I also say, I think My Party 7 has some of the best written dialogue in any game. In any of the My Party games, I think because Toadsworth's the host, and Bowser's also hilarious. So, you know, I think that's probably, I think My Party 7 is definitely the best written game. I also want to say My Party 5 has the best soundtrack, next to Jamboree. So that's also one. Address that now. But anyway, where was I? My Party 9. Yeah, look, minigames are amazing. Honestly, some of the minigame modes on the side are probably some of the best as well, because I love the minigames so much. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. But yeah, and unfortunately, if the boards weren't so basic, I probably would enjoy this way more. I would have put it nearly a great time with super fun. Alright, now for My Party 10. Oh no. Okay, look, it's either warning, do not play, or could have been better. Because, basically, I hate this game. To be fair, I personally hate this game. And only because it took My Party 9, what Party 9 did, and started, and did well, and then just basically spat on it. It spits on it. And I will never forgive this game for what it did to the car gameplay in this game. This game is awful. It's awful. If you thought the car gameplay was bad here, it's worse here because Bowser doesn't say a word. For one, you land on Bowser's face, or when he gets freed after you free him from the gamepad, he doesn't say anything from memory. I don't think he says anything. It's an insult. The menu is horrid. It looks like a basic spat-on main menu that came out of just some kind of, I don't even know, kids game or something. Like, no, not kids game, because this is a kids game. I don't know. The game looks rushed. It doesn't feel polished. It just feels very rushed. The only thing that is saving grace Sure, the Bowser mode is great with friends. I'm not gonna lie, the Bowser mode is great with friends. So that's at least something that saves it. Horrible. I don't like playing it on my own though. Still wouldn't play it on my own. The only game mode I do like as well though, I think is like it saves it from being don't play, is because A, the Bowser mode, and B, what's the other thing? Oh, the Amiibo mode. I actually like the Amiibo mode, and unfortunately because it's only 10 turns always, and you know, it's just one square board, but at least, you know, at least you can customize it based on what Amiibo you have. But the only problem with that is it's locked behind a paywall. Like, honestly, you have to pay to get Amiibo, and even though it's sort of like the basic Mario Party, it's super basic. It's so basic, it's dumb. And that's why, you know, I have to leave it here. So, yeah, as much as I don't mind playing some parts of the Amiibo mode, and I never will. Look, honestly, I'll never play the car mode ever. Honestly, I never will. I'm not interested in playing that, because, you know, if I'm gonna play the car mode, I'll just play Mario Party 9. I'm not playing the car mode. The only reason I play this game is for Amiibo mode, and that's it. I don't play anything else. And I might play Bowser mode with friends. That's it. So, yeah. So, nearly warning, do not play, because I'd rather you play Mario Party 9. Don't play this game. But, if you have Amiibo, good use of it. Honestly, good use of having Amiibo. So, I'm just putting that out there. Okay, anyway. And also you can play as Bowser in the Amiibo mode, which also is funny. I actually really like that too, so yeah. Alright, so now we go to the handhelds. And so, another one that could have been better, definitely better than Mario Party 10. Mario Party Advance. So look, Mario Party Advance is only a single player game, where you can only play as 4 characters, which is Mario, Luigi, Peach, and Yoshi. And I haven't actually played the game myself, so a lot of people actually like this game, and so I could definitely put it as low, basic, but good. But since I haven't played it, and from what I've seen, I don't think it's that great. I'm gonna say it definitely could have been better, because I think this is missing a lot of potential. Because honestly, all the game is just single player games where you just another thing actually Mario Party 1 did. I'll come back to that. But all this game is just single player games. That's it. It's just single player mini games. There's little challenges, similar like WarioWare, where you have to do little challenges, although they take more than just 5 seconds or 10 seconds. It's not micro games, but they are mini games, where you're just doing like little chores and stuff like that. But at the same time, yeah, there is board play, but unfortunately you only have from what I remember, the board play is you only have a limited amount of rolls, and based on how many, and you'll get dice based on how well you do in the mini games. But yeah, it just feels like a side mode though, this whole thing. It doesn't feel like an actual Mario Party, so definitely could have been better. If there was a multiplayer mode in here, which there is, just for mini games, but if there was an actual multiplayer mode in here, then maybe I would have given it basic but good, low basic but good, but nah. Alright, Mario Party DS, oof. Where do I put this? Oh my god. Definitely a great time. Just trying to figure out where I put it. Maybe a little bit better than Mario Party 2? Well, then again, it also has different mechanics on each of the boards, similar to 6, 7, 8. So I definitely want to put it around where they are. I probably still have motion controls over this game's mini games, so yeah, I'll definitely put it here. But great game. Just the only problem with the game is just how broken the how easy it is to get stars. It's so stupid easy. It's such a high scoring game, and it sort of makes it a problem. I mean, you know, and I think that's the hex traps as well. I mean, in fact, you can actually put down a trap on the board that will super impact the star counts is pretty stupid. And also, look, I don't mind, actually, to be fair, I don't actually mind that much, because here's the thing, you get so many stars in this game, I think it's fair that there is, hex traps, given, because I'd rather the hex traps over chance time, especially for a game like this. I don't, like, someone could have 10 stars to someone's none, so having hex traps is way better than chance time, where you could just literally lose all of them, which is way worse. So I'd rather that. Although, as I said, because of that reason, there's not really much of a catch-up mechanic. If someone's super far ahead, you're not catching up. Let's just be real here. So, yeah. So that's an unfortunate thing. Because, yeah, if someone's super far ahead, they can just continue to keep going super far ahead. So it's very hard to catch up. But I don't mind the shop mechanic either. You can just buy as many items as you want. You can buy literally as many items as you want when you're in the shop. You can only hold up to 3 items, of course. But if there's a star pipe, you can buy 3 star pipes, and you can get 3 stars in the next 3 turns, pretty much. So it's crazy. But yeah, as I said, the different mechanics on each board, similar to 6, 7, 8, is good. I like it, and that's pretty much all we've got to say on this. Right. And then you have My Party Island Tour. Now, I think this, of all the 3DS ones, probably this and Top 100 have the best minigame collections. At least this one does a little bit. Like, this was just missed potential. Major missed potential here. I hate the fact that the boards are what they are, which are just linear boards. Where it's just whoever gets the end first wins, virtually, which is not great mechanic. Instead of buying stars, it's just whoever gets the end first wins, and that's end of the board wins, and that's kind of dumb. So yeah, but unfortunately, with great minigames, again, good motion control minigames in here with the 3DS. So I love them. Definitely, really missed potential here, and it sucks to see. I really like the game. It's just could have way been better. And it's just it's a bit unfortunate. But oh well. At least there's like 6 boards. At least all the mechanics on each of the boards are very different. Each board is very unique. But again, they take it's like a 20-minute game. It's stupid. So yeah. Okay, Star Rush. There's no Star Rush is a bit of an oddball, and probably I will also put this giving me better, but a little bit worse than Island Tour for me personally. I know a lot of people like this more than this. But here's the thing, I just find this not too replayable, because once you play every single mode in the game, I found it very hard to come back to, and I actually sold the game. I actually gave it back to the shop, because I didn't really find much reason to come back to it, apart from just, all you do is, it's just a bunch of side modes. That's all this game is. And it's a bit disappointing because of that, and not everything in here is good, it's just, it's all side modes. So at the end of the day, unfortunately, My Party Star Rush, pretty much all the side modes, some of the, how Jamboree, honestly, if this game is basically Jamboree without the board play, because Jamboree and Super Mario Party have so many side modes in them, and that's what pretty much Star Rush is, I would say. I would argue that. And there is a board game, but I think there's only maybe 3 boards, 2 boards, 3 boards, that's it, and it's super short, so, it's kind of this problem. And then, speaking of which, I'm honestly going to put this as warning, do not play. There's 1 board in this game. It's just, not just could have been better, missed opportunity, just don't. Because, honestly, My Party Superstars is basically what this game should have been. So yeah, I want to say this is the worst game in the series. It's such a disappointment. Great mini games, of course. Having top 100, having the top. I don't know who even said the mini games in this collection were top 100. But apart from playing you play Minigame Island once, don't come back to the game again. That's it. I just played Minigame Island, and I played the board game once, and then I sold it back to the shop. That was it. I didn't touch it again. Because, I'm looking for more than just a mini game. Go back to this is the thing. At least you can play a few mini games on the boards in Island Tour. At least there's more than just 2 boards, 1 board. Here's at least 7 boards, or 6 boards technically, because 1's only for multiplayer, which I've never been able to play actually. But yeah, at least this has a board game mechanic, and if the board game mechanic was better on Island Tour, then oh my gosh, this could have been so good, but no, it wasn't. And then, same with this. If this was like My Party Superstars, then that's what, it's just so upsetting. Where you have the top 100, and then you bring back past boards. Why didn't they do this? I'm so lost. But unfortunately, it's just a mini game collection. That's it. Oh well. Whatever. It is what it is. Okay. Now, here we go. Now, Super Mario Party. Now, okay, here we go. Now, where am I going to put you? Definitely a great time. Not a super fun. Actually, well, I'm going to say this now. I'm going to put Jamboree here, and we're going to put Mario Party Superstars here as well. But I need to figure out where I'm going to put the Switch ones compared to everything else, which is the problem, because, Jamboree's so good. And I don't know if it's better than all these four. I don't think if Super Mario Party is better than any of these. Probably not. I'm actually going to put this probably just here. Just because I don't like the board gameplay too much. Just because I hate the fact that stars are 10 coins. And, yeah, playing against AI is pretty dumb. Even though, a lot of missed potential here because, honestly, it could be cool better, but no. Honestly, maybe I will put it basic but good. High, basic but good. Because honestly, first on the Switch, I like what it tried to do, but yeah, it's just, unfortunately, given how much money you can get in the game, and the fact that stars are only 10 coins, and you can just keep buying pipes and just going to the stars, is a bit disappointing. And unfortunately, there's only, 4 boards, that is also horrible. Even though there is a 2v2 mode, which I like 2v2 mode as on top of just the normal Mario Party. There's also 2v2 mode, which it's kind of a bit strange. I don't even know how to really describe it really, because instead of, there's blue spaces, red spaces, the kind of board it's an open map kind of thing. The board just is a completely open map, and you can roll the dice and you can move literally anywhere you want. And you have to be the first one to get a star, and if you and your partner get a star, you can get 2 stars in one turn. So, yeah, that's basically how the game works. But, again, it's very basic, though, and I think the game is, again, not too basic. All the boards are virtually, this feels very similar. I would honestly say that. And the partner mechanic is the only thing that's saving this from there. I would say the partner mechanic is good, but yeah. Oh, and I like how everyone's got their own special dice, even though some are way better than others. Way better than others. It's ridiculous. Okay, right. And then Mario Party Superstars. Yeah, I think this is good. This is definitely a good game. I love both Mario Party Jamboree and Superstars. I love the sticker mechanic. Just the reactions you can do. Like, I think that's something fun to mess around with while you're waiting for your turn. It's so much fun to do. Definitely how I can taunt. Like, I love taunting AI, and I love taunting my friends with it. And it's so much. I think definitely if you're gonna play anything with friends, this is the good one to do, and this is good. So yeah, this is even better. So yeah, Mario Party Superstars is basically top 100. What it should have done. All the boards are from previous games, and all the mini games are from previous games. But I think that's also what hinders it for me. I think this is a bit too boring still, because I think it's just trying to copy what Mario Party 2 and 3 tried to do, but I honestly prefer 2 and 3 over this game still. Because I think it's just too blatant a copy. I will put it over 5. I think 2 and this game are virtually the same. Let's be real, this and 2 are very, very similar. Both copy-pasted from previous Mario Parties, and except 2's got the costumes. Ha! This one only has 5 boards, and this one has 6, so definitely this one is better. So I am going to say yes. This is where it belongs. Jamboree, 7 boards, all amazing, all different. Oh my gosh. Is this actually the best Mario Party in the series? No. I still say 6 is best. Definitely above 3. Yeah, it has to be above 3 just because of the differing things. Is it above 7? Just because of motion controls, maybe. Oh, it's creeping there. It's creeping there. Just because of the motion control minigames, I'm a sucker for motion control minigames. Why am I such a sucker for that? Because he's good, and I know Super Mario Party has that as well. But oh my god, the mechanics are so good in this game. Oh my gosh. honestly, I reckon this is my second favourite Mario Party. Definitely, I reckon, and also how many items are in this game as well is just as good as free. The items in this game are just as good as frees, and I'm not gonna lie. And the fact there's 7 boards, and the fact that some of the from previous games, it basically did everything that Mario Party Superstars and Super Mario Party did right, and put it in a game. That's what it did. So, I'm not gonna lie, it definitely needs to go, yeah, definitely my second favourite Mario Party game of all time. I can't believe I'm saying that. I can't believe I'm saying that, but yeah. I can't believe one that's new is my second favourite. Wow. Wow. Beautiful. Alright, well, thank you guys so much for watching. That is my tier list on Mario Party. I hope you enjoyed that, and just a good measure. No, I'm joking. Mario Party 10 can stay there, it's fine. But it's more satisfying just seeing it here. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do it. Sorry, Top 100, you're in your own boat there. Oh, well, anyway. Alright. Well, thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Please, yeah, remember to definitely more tier lists to come. Please remember to leave me any ideas, as long as it's Sonic, Mario, or FNAF related, or my channel related. Even that'd be great. I'd love to rank something that I do with my channel as well. That'd be cool. Okay. Alright, and if you want to see, I'll put a link to my 2 past tier lists I've done, which is ranking all my phone calls and ranking all the Five Nights at Freddy's games, which will be down in the description. And with that, see you.